P4, you're missing out. They're just good to make and keep on hand in the pantry for when you're wanting to grab like that salty snack. This is gonna be a much healthier option. And of course it has protein, not as much as some of our previous snacks, but it still works. And you can also combine this with edamame too and add more protein. Drain and rinse 3 cans of chickpeas. All right, and then add them to the bowl and season them up. This is where you can be creative, okay? You don't have to stick to what I'm doing. It's all about an oil to help them get crispy and to help the seasoning stick, and then whatever seasonings you want. I'm going to do a few tablespoons of olive oil, and then I'm going in with Cajun seasoning, a little garlic powder, a little smoked paprika, and then a little salt and pepper. I thought the cheesecake yogurt was the fastest. This might be the fastest. Although these have to bake. Get them into a single layer so they get crispy. And these take a while because you want them to get like crunchy, so this satisfies your like chip craving. 450 degrees for about half an hour. This little high protein bar snack can hear the crispiness. You want to cool these pretty much all the way before you serve them, and they're going to get even crunchier as they cool. This is like the good happy hour snack that you don't have to feel bad about. You can buy bags of these in like the produce department, and they're like $5 or $6 a bag. It's cheaper to make your own. I haven't had these in a long time. I forgot how good they are. They really have so much flavor. The way they've like absorbed that Cajun seasoning, like it's the perfect salty snack craving. More protein than popcorn, cheaper than nuts. It's a good snack to know. Well, I can't talk about protein without including a smoothie, but this is not your ordinary smoothie. How about a smoothie that tastes like an orange Julius, or that tastes like a dreamsicle or a creamsicle? That's what we're about to make. 1 orange, you want to zest it, so I've washed it because the zest is going in here. So we're going to zest the orange, and then I'm going to peel it and cut it up into the segments. Can you smell it? An orange Julius, for those of you that don't know, is just like a creamsicle shake. There used to be a place in the mall called Orange Julius, and that's all they served. Then Dairy Queen brought them back, but they were just, packed with sugar and fruit juice. This one's gonna have protein too. Okay, so we're putting the whole orange in, and this is how I'm gonna peel it and cut it. So I just think it's the easiest way. It just smells so good. This is not a time to use like the store-bought orange juice. All you need is 1 orange. Plus you get all like the fiber and stuff too. Oranges and zest into the blender. To that, Greek yogurt, about half a cup. This shake is going to have like 40 grams of protein in it. Your protein powder. For this one, you want to use vanilla so that it tastes like dessert. Milk of choice, which also should have some protein in it. And you'll do a cup of that. This is really how to get a big chunk of your protein for the day in. A little splash of vanilla to really keep it tasting like dessert. And then a few cubes of ice. Ice is going to help it get, frothy. And that's it. Look at that. Cheers. That's good. It is reminiscent of the classic. If you just picture an orange creamsicle or dreamsicle. This one satisfies your sweet tooth, and it's gonna fill you up, and you don't even realize it. Cheers indeed. One more for our friend cottage cheese. I have to try the viral cottage cheese chips because I'm doing it for you. I've got to make sure that they don't just taste like cottage cheese, but rather satisfy the potato chip craving with a lot more protein, because potato chips, I think, have like 0 grams. So this one starts with a cup of cottage cheese. This might be a good time to whip it again, or you want to get the small curd. You can flavor them however you want. You can just do salt and pepper. I thought like some ranch chips are going to kind of give like sour cream and onion vibe, A couple teaspoons, mix it up. That right there tastes pretty good. Anyway, you're gonna put like a teaspoon on a baking sheet, parchment lined baking sheet, and spread it out as thin as possible to make a potato chip. I mean, who thought of this? Basically, the thinner you spread your cottage cheese mixture, the crunchier your chip is gonna be. I like them crispy, so I went kind of thin. This actually makes a lot of chips, you can tell, because I still have a lot of the mixture left and 16 chips. So you can definitely make this in batches, and you're gonna have a lot of chips stored up. This bakes at 350 degrees. The amount of time depends on how thin you spread your cottage cheese. So you wanna start just at about 20 minutes. It could take up to 45 minutes if you spread it too thick. Here goes nothing. Okay guys, I'm not so sure about this one. The instructions say that you need to let them cool completely on the parchment paper and then peel them away a little bit. 'Cause they do look like they are stuck. They actually kind of smell good, like a sour cream and onion chip. Maybe we should have greased the parchment. Let me taste it for you. They can't all be perfect, you know. But aren't you glad I tried this one out for you? They're not that crunchy. They may not have cooled enough. I am shocked at the fact that they do taste like ranch potato chip. So, I mean, I could sit here and just pick these off. I don't know if I'm gonna be getting any protein though. These are a no for me, but 9 out of 10 is not bad. But I've got one more up my sleeve for you. For my final trick, protein-packed energy balls. These are like old classics, but with a new twist because we're adding protein powder. Protein powder is just like the secret weapon to so many like sweet treats and things these days. You gotta know the right combination of things to mix it with though. And I think this one is about to be a good one. Starting with oats. Did I mention these were no bake? We love a sweet treat that you don't really have to cook. Now listen, they have things like this at Costco by the bag, like 20 bucks or something. This is definitely another one that you can make for cheaper at home. You buy all the stuff, but you can make like quadruple the amount. Mini chocolate chips, ground flaxseed, fairly inexpensive also. Plus a lot of times when you're eating high protein, you're not eating a lot of fiber. So things like adding this and the oats are gonna balance that out. And then peanut butter, we know has protein, but it's also just delicious. This is the crunchy peanut butter, so we have like some texture in there. This is another recipe you can tweak and make your own. You could do raisins or dried cranberries or almond butter instead of peanut butter. And then go in with some honey. Okay, now for the protein powder. This stuff has protein in it, but you really are gonna boost it up with this. And you can choose whatever flavor you want. We've got chocolate, we've got peanut butter. So I'm doing a chocolate peanut butter protein powder, but you could just do vanilla or just chocolate or whatever you want. So you can add 1 to 2 scoops, so like 20 to 40 grams of extra protein. Getting that mixed up, I've got 2 more things to add. A little pinch of salt, a little vanilla extract, a little midday snack before or after a workout, a run, whatever you healthy people do. All right, then you're gonna roll it up into balls. As you roll it up, it will start to like stick together more. You could even like have a little bowl of water to wet your hands. I just found that if you press it back and forth, it does it on its own. So your little homemade, no-bake granola bars, basically. All right, once you roll these up, you're gonna place them on a baking sheet and pop them in the freezer for about an hour to set. You can also just keep them stored there. You can just put them in an airtight container and keep them in the fridge. And this is just great for easy snacking or for just like running out the door. The final taste test. This surprises me in a way that I thought it was going to taste healthy, but it tastes indulgent and like the perfect sweet treat dessert. Not just a snack or a grab-and-go breakfast. It's a good one. The viral garlic butter steak bites. A chuck roast. And this is gonna make a lot of steak bites. So you're gonna cut it into like 1-inch cubes. A little extra flavor, I'm going in with some onion. On top of that, I'm going in with the au jus mix. This is going to help create a gravy at the end to serve over our steak bites. A lot of the recipes also have a pack of onion soup mix. Then y'all get all mad because there's too much sodium in it. So I'm just doing real onion, 1 pack of this. And then for the steak, just to make it like, kind of have that steak feel, I'm using some Montreal steak seasoning. And I'm gonna kind of coat that liberally right on in. And then we can't call it garlic butter steak bites without garlic and butter, and I'm going in with lots of garlic. I've seen this recipe and people only use like 4 cloves of garlic. Don't be scared. Go right on top. The garlic and the butter. 4 tablespoons of butter. See, as that butter starts to melt on this, and it's sitting right with the garlic, it's all gonna kind of infuse together and then go into the meat. And then just a little bit of beef broth. That's it. Locked and loaded. Woo! Steam. Now you gotta put your hand over the steam. Why would you do that? Oh. The way this smells like garlic butter is amazing. It's like, it smells like garlic bread dipped in buttery steak. I always feel like when people are really trying to get in their protein, they're cutting their carbs a little bit. So, a little trick.